You know, when I said I enjoyed seeing Yuji getting his ass beat, right? I meant it. I really did. I genuinely, fully, completely, 100% meant it. Um, and now that chapter 105 five is now here, I must say that me saying I enjoyed and saying that I loved seeing Yuji getting beat up, you know, and especially after seeing him get like stomped the way he just got stomped at the end of this chapter, I have to say, I have to say that was an understatement. I am absolutely ecstatic. I'm absolutely, I can't even describe the sensation running through my body knowing that this man Yuji just got his ass whooped like this. And what makes, and the thing is, what makes this, wait, I'm sorry. Before I get too deep into this, one thing I will say, one disclaimer, just one giant disclaimer. I don't hate Yuji. I don't dislike Yuji. And I definitely now, for a fact, have a way bigger love and appreciation for Yuji's character than I did ever before. Because before I thought he was just a character who I could love off pure battle prowess, right? For right now, of course, he was going to develop more because he had those small incremental moments. I love Yuji now. I love him. I love everything about him from top to bottom. So when I say I enjoy seeing him getting his ass beat like this, it's because I know my boy is about to get the greatest development. I, run the intro. All right. So Yuji versus Choso has reached its end. And I am going to say this is the end of Yuji versus Choso. I'm going to say what's going to happen from here on out is no longer going to be Yuji doing anything. I think this is about to be a rehash of chapter 7 through 11, basically. Not 11, I'm sorry. 7, 8, and like 9, basically. And I think that Sukuna's back. But before I get too deep into that, I'm going to continue and keep talking about how Yuji is about to get some of the greatest fucking development I've seen in a character in Jump in a while. And I'm going to say this because if Akutami keeps going the path that Akutami has always been going, Yuji has not been in a fight where he has not come out of it in some type of way and learned something mentally. Now, I'm going to go back, and people who may have known me on Twitter well in the past and been following me since I've been reading Jujutsu Kaisen since chapter 1 and before I decided I wanted to even do a YouTube about it and stuff like that and get myself situated for it. I always talked about how I didn't really like Yuji, and when I say didn't like him, when everybody would talk about his character in terms of who Yuji is, I could never really relate in terms of how people really enjoyed him. I was a Megumi person. I was always running and snagging towards Megumi because Megumi always felt way more relatable. Megumi's character always felt way more like, okay, I get where this kid is coming from. I know what it is, because I think my mentality was, this is someone who's been doing this their whole lives, and so he's used to a pattern, used to a way, and what he's been through. And as we learn more about him, I just was always into Megumi. It always just felt like the Megumi show to me in terms of that type of aspect, a character I could latch onto emotionally, you know. But what I will say about Yuji is that he I guess you could say that Akutami was doing exactly what Akutami needed to do. Akutami was slowly building Yuji into that, okay, now he's the character you're like, okay, he's got it. He's got it. He knows what he wants to do. He knows what's next. He knows how he's moving. He knows how he wants to move, plot, this, that, and the third. And I think that now with Yuji, I can appreciate his mental capacity because I never fully agreed with Yuji's mentality. And I loved that. Did y'all hear that? It just yelled. But I love that. I love that Yuji's mentality. I love that Yuji's mentality was like I'm sorry. I never fully agreed with Yuji's mentality. I never fully agreed with the people I know, I'm gonna make sure they die a peaceful death. To someone like me that always came off selfish, because how can you control that? You can't really control that. You can say that you don't want people to die. You can do your best to prevent death in general. And I guess you could say, oh, well, he's accepting that death is going to be a thing. Of course, he says that. He says that people I know are going to die. I'm going to want them to die peacefully. But in my head, I'm like, this is the world of, this is the Jujutsu world. Gojo makes it clear that that's not a thing. Like, he kind of tells him that, like, that's not really a thing. Like, even after being accepted to the school, it's still like, that's not really that's not a reality. And I think that's something that is completely shown throughout the rest of Jujutsu Kaisen, is that thinking that being a Jujutsu sorcerer, the principal tells him, he goes, you're going to die with regret. People around you, you're going to lose people around you, like those type of things. He tells Yuji that, he implements that, like, this is what it is. Nobody's going to sugarcoat you. Nobody's going to tell you, oh, no, you could save everyone. Everyone's going to be saved. Megumi says it from jump. He's like, why do I want to save this dude who he drove the first time without the license, got in some trouble, then did it again the second time, and then killed the little girl? Why do I want to save him? He's dead anyway. Why do I even want to bring his dead body back? And Yuji gets so upset, like, well, why did you save me? Like, why did you choose to try to keep me alive even though I ate the finger? And that became a whole development, excuse me, that became a whole development in terms with Megumi. Where he's like, he's thinking to himself, in terms like, okay, well, I didn't want to let someone who's a good person die. That's what he said. I didn't want to let someone who I feel like was not a bad person die. That's what it is. And that's a whole other case and instance. And so now that I'm seeing how Yuji's character is still progressing, I'm continuing to progress, because we had the Mahito instance where he's like, okay, I killed people with them transfigured humans. Okay, wow. And then he kills the brothers of Choso. That's directly connecting what's going on now to him. He kills them. He's like, okay, like, I killed these people. I killed people, but I had to survive. And for me, I do like those moments with characters. But for me, it was like he would have those moments, and then like the next encounter, it didn't feel like those moments mattered really in his next encounter as much. And then after the encounter, it would be implemented again. And I'm like, okay, well, clearly Akutami is making a point of this, and it wouldn't be implemented in a corny way. And now, in the midst of the fight, in the midst of the action, when he's now truthfully put his back against the wall, Yuji now fully understands not only curse energy, because the way he decided to fight when it was time to push it, when it was time to really decide, okay, I know I'm thinking about death, but that I need to use that. That's my curse energy. That's my power. I'm going to use that to continue to fight. I have to use that to progress. If I give up, then what's next? If I give up, then what can I do? You know what I'm saying? That was the moment that I felt like, then I'm like, okay, yes, Yuji, you did it, you hit it, you're on it, you're for it, you finally got it. When I'm reading 105, and I say it's watching because it really does feel like a movie. It does feel like I'm there. Sometimes I feel like I don't need a Jujutsu Kaisen anime, because Akutami is doing such a beautiful job of giving off these emotions and giving off these parallels and giving off these reminders of what's going on within Jujutsu Kaisen and within the characters' mindsets, especially me currently doing my reread at the moment. It's really hitting me really well, and I'm really enjoying seeing it. And now I can look at Yuji and go, okay, not only have you understood what it means to be a jujutsu sorcerer, in terms of what it means to fight, what it means to fight for others, what it means to do what you have to do against these curses, you're understanding what it means to use curse energy. You're even your battle progress is even going up at the exact same time. How can you not? That right there was, for me, was okay, cool. You've directly connected the battle prowess with the mental capacity of what it means to be a jujutsu sorcerer. There's nothing wrong with that. Yuji is literally going the route of a perfect MC for me now at this moment. I went from not really enjoying Yuji's character deeply, more than his battle prowess, and just enjoying his little moments of him, yes, having that mental moment where he's like, okay, going up, into now I'm like, boom, Yuji, you got it. Boom, Yuji, you're on it. Boom, Yuji, you're doing it. Boom, Yuji, I'm enjoying you. I'm seeing what you on now. And I know you're not gonna die because you're my MC and you already done died before. And if you go for the 2P, I'm gonna be weak. But but you know, he done lost the whole shoulder, liver effed up. Sukuna has to come and save him. That's the only way he's gonna get that back. I mean, I don't think anyone else is gonna be able to help him really reverse that much damage to himself. You know what I'm saying? He needs help. I mean, serious help, like curse help. You know, really curse help. So you know, I genuinely think that if Yuji keeps going the route that he's been going, it'll be phenomenal. Yuji is absolutely reaching perfection for me, and and I'm really excited for it. So me saying I love seeing his ass beat is because I am literally enjoying and loving this boy taking these L's, because I know he's gonna bounce back and come back. And the ending there, when we talk about, let me not even jump to the ending actually. I want to back with you guys. Rewind. Boom. Let's talk about that actual fight though. Let's talk about the actual battle in between. We have to talk about how Yuji, the actual moment where he's thinking to himself like, oh my God, like I could die. Like when he gets hit in the liver and he realizes like, oh shit, like this might be it. For his brain to go, no, don't gotta be me. I don't have to be the savior here. I'm not the fucking MC. Did my MC say he's not the MC? And not on some like corny, edgy shit. Not on some like, I'm not the main character of this story or some shit like that. And, you know, not to take no shots at Glebnir, because I think that was exactly what they said in Glebnir. Like, not, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that, because Glebnir actually does it in a really good way. But it was more like he's not saying it in terms of, oh, oh, woe is me. There's no way someone as lame as me could be the main character of this story. And they are the main character of the story. No, it's him going like, okay, I'm the newest person really to this. I don't have to be the person to do this. I might not even be the strongest here. I know I have to just get this guy out my way, even if it means dying. I have to get him out of the way. He needs to be removed. The fear, the fear of death, I have to turn that into curse energy. I have to fight. And him squaring up, and it just, oh my God, it's giving me goosebumps again, because it's making me think of just how far he's come. Sorry. And he's in Choso also squaring up like, okay, like he, you know, he's serious. And him going at him and Yuji saying that he's been mostly using that right hand. He hasn't been using that that left, or vice versa. I can't quite remember for some reason. And like he's trying to go at it, but Choso being oh so smart, you know, having that guard on his side. It was such a great play. But I still love how he hid in the bathroom before that. And Choso's like, after all that, you're hiding in there? And then he just comes out, boom, kicks the shit out that nigga. Just kicks his shit in, getting out the way. And then that's when they going for that square up. And then Yuji tries to get that move in and it just doesn't work. And then Choso just goes in, liver shot, finisher. Then he go right for the shoulder. And it just takes all of that shit out. Just drops his shoulder, with this end maybe, just drops his shoulder out. Oh man. And then boom, kicks him back. And now he's in the elevator, just rocked. And it's just, and he's just laying there, and he's sitting there, just dripping. Like our MC is sitting there just dripped out, bro. Like lifeline, nigga, damn near lifeline, my nigga, and this like flatline, I'm sorry, damn near flatline. And then this man like, Choso step up, like after all that you still breathing, like Strato, you know, like Choso is a dog, bro. Choso's a dog, bro. Choso is a dog. And I think that's why when we see this, this is gonna be when we gonna see how strong these fingers of Sukuna is and how he gonna cap on him. Even though it ain't gonna be a real flex because he's already taking a lot of damage. But I think the flex is just gonna be him coming back and like making probably like taking Choso down for the count, or maybe even making Choso bow down. Because we got to think about the last time when we seen those memory things hit someone. That was Toto, and when um, Yuji just happened to say the right answer, memories flooded him that he never felt before, you know? And like he was thinking about him and Yuji were best friends, basically like brothers, you know? It's just hilarious he did that. So what if something similar happens to Choso, where Sukuna comes out and he's so powerful with all the fingers that he's already eaten, because he's eaten a few now at this point now, you know? He's grubbed up. He's eaten like 4, 5, maybe I think like 4 or 5. Could be wrong. And like, so he's grubbed up. Wait, 2, 3, 4 for sure. I only got 4 at Origin of Obedience. Richie, I know you're there. Tell me if I'm right at the bottom. But yeah, so, so yeah, so I'm trying to see what that power Sukuna is looking like and how he's gonna want to flex. And I'm gonna be completely honest. If we're talking about parallels and the difference between chapter 7 and chapter 105, and how those moments contrast and those moments when Yuji's feeling death, I genuinely want to see if Sukuna is going to react differently than he did before. If Sukuna is the one that saves him, which I think he is, and him coming and doing that, I want to hear some comments from him. And I think personally, and this is just my head canon off of what I interpret of the characters in the manga, I think Sukuna's going to be impressed. I genuinely and wholeheartedly think Sukuna's going to be impressed with Yuji. I genuinely do. I think he's going to be impressed with him, and I think that I think that Sukuna might say some fly shit. Maybe complimenting him. He may say some sideways shit that's a compliment, but still trying to be dirty ass Sukuna, cause you know how that go. Gotta be, you know, sideways and shit, cause you ain't really his ally, you know. But you also don't want him dying. Sukuna doesn't want him dead. Yuji can't die right now. He can't die right now. Even though Sukuna saying like what's the name of it, like he has other pieces beforehand. Now he's under a contract with Yuji, and I don't think he will make a contract with the boy if he just didn't care if the boy died. He would have just let the. I mean, he cares if he dies at this point now. So it's like, you know, he wants to stay around with Yuji for a bit longer and figure out what's going on with Megumi. So, so yeah. Chapter 105 is a doozy. Chapter 105 has me really ready for 106. Remember that Shonen Jump said that there may be some future delays and stuff that's going on. We're supposed to be getting chapter 106 in 7 days. We will see if we will get it. I'm so excited for what 106 is about to bring. I think this is Sukuna coming back. We were talking about multiple different things too, with different theories. And if you have any other theories at the bottom, please share. But some theories that were talked about that I will quickly, you know, just name out loud is some people were saying that maybe people were saying it could be a technique. I want to knock all of that really to the side. I don't want to be like, you know, pessimistic about it. You know, I mean, I said pessimistic. I'm sorry, pretentious about it. Where's my head at? Pretentious about it. But part of me kind of feels like that's too far-fetched. For it to be a gag before and to come back and it is like an actual memory ability, that doesn't seem like it. And for it to be a memory that never happened before, and for it to be sure told us that, and then for it to be like more of like a sudden shock thing. And on top of that, Yuji's not doing an ability unconscious. And it can't be a Sukuna ability because last time it happened, Sukuna wasn't involved in the slightest. So I doubt this is going to be some grand reveal. I doubt it. So, you know, that's my personal opinion. Something I thought of that some people agreed with me about was that maybe that the overuse of the blood could be a activation of Kamo memory that's not his. That would be a cool thing, because if it's true that Noritoshi, the OG bad one, has is the brain, that could be the brain and is manipulating like that. That could be a thing. You never know. That's probably why he's making cursed wounds. You never know. Part of me feels like he was just making the cursed wounds to make people who could perfect that blood technique, but they still technically don't have it perfected, because it was shown that Choso still had issues. But you know, who knows? And there's something I feel like I'm missing. But pretty much, yeah. If anything people know I'm missing for sure that you talked to me about that I forgot, or that you seen that was really interesting, please comment at the bottom. I'm really interested in what's going to happen from here on out. Jujutsu Kaisen is going up, 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 up for me, and I feel like it's just going, is reaching all new heights, and I'm excited what's going to happen next. If next week is a perspective change, I'd lose it. I would like next week to be like a final true conclusion of what's going on with that, and then the final 2-3 pages be a perspective change, and then we can go see what's going on with someone else. I hope the perspective changes back to Toji and Megumi. I would like it if it did go like the Mei stuff, Yuji, back to that, back to the Mei stuff like that. And then that type, go back in that route. I feel like the stuff that's going on with because so far it's been like what, Nabara, not really, I'm sorry, Nanami's vision of it, Nabara vision of it, Yuji vision of it, perspective wise, Mei vision of it, right? So I'm hoping we go back to like Megumi or Nanami or Nabara vision of it, or what's going on. I do hope that nobody is saving him except Sukuna. I just want Sukuna back. It's been too long. And I'm not saying too long like, oh my god, I need Sukuna and Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm saying too long like, he's just, I haven't even seen a glimmer of him since what, Origin of Obedience? We haven't seen a glimmer of him. And Yuji's effed up so bad that it's like, whoa, like he just might as well come back. So, whatever. Once again, as always, as you know, it's me, Doncho. I really appreciate you guys coming by once again to the Hide, and I'm glad that you could listen in. If your first time being by and you just happen to run across this video, if you like what you see, please check out the other videos. Please, 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 please do. I don't mind. And some of my gameplay stuff as well is on there, and some random Kingdom Hearts videos. And you can also subscribe right at the bottom, and hit that bell icon in the corner. If this is your, like, 6th, 7th, 10th, 9th, 100th, millionth time being here and checking things out, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Hit that like button if you liked it. Hit that dislike button if you didn't like it. Please comment at the bottom if you feel like I missed something, didn't bring something up that you really want to talk about, was wrong about something, got something confused, want to tell me about that one thing you noticed from chapter 16 that is part of chapter 105 that could be part of 106, then let me know, hit me up. I'm always down for it, and also follow me at Doncho's Hideout on Twitter. I have a Discord. You can hit me up on Twitter if you want to be joining a part of that. And, as always, it is me, Doncho.